So you've got this majorly epic vocal take. And now you want to know how to put it in your mix so that it pops. I have got the quickest and dirtiest trick for you. What is up, Yoshis? My name is Beth and I run Steadfast Ascent. For the past 2 weeks now, I've been talking about how to record great vocals. We talked about how to set up your studio 2 weeks ago. We talked about how to set up your voice last week. And this week we're going to be talking about how to set up your DAW. The way to start getting good vocal tracks in your mix. Use presets and tweak them. Okay. So, that sounds cheap, but before you click away, please do think about it actually. You want to make music, and you want to make it now, right? The difference in sound that you will get from using a preset and tweaking it, and using a YouTube tutorial and filling it through to make a preset so you can tweak it, is like zero. And so you might as well not waste your time scanning through tutorials trying to find a good preset, and instead scan through your DAW and find a preset that actually works for your sound. Honestly guys, like there are thousands of hours of tutorials out there on the internet that you could use to get a great signal chain for your vocals. But I'm saving you thousands of hours right now by just telling you to start with your preset and tweak it. As a beginner, you don't need to know exactly how every single plugin inside of your DAW works. Yes, I know you want to learn your DAW because I told you a couple weeks ago. But right now, it's less important for you to understand exactly how this compression plugin works, and it's a lot more important that you start working with your ears, developing them and training them to hear the differences between the generic presets and the differences that you make when you turn on this plugin or turn it off, or when you tweak this setting and not that setting. The amount of improvement that will come from you experimenting in this way is massive and monumental and will save you time in the long run. I'm not saying to not ever learn these things. I am saying that right now, prioritizing your time to make more music and get more experience under your belt is the better use of your time. Like, this isn't a shortcut leading to a long delay. So yeah, like while you should learn your DAW and you should figure out all the plugins and how they work eventually, right now the most important thing is knowing how to find them, which in Logic you kind of click this button and then you can scan all of these things, and then once you're in the presets you open this window and you can click on and off for each of the plugins, and you can also open into the plugin to see the expressions details so that you can edit those and see how it influences your sound. You can experiment and listen and see and hear what is actually going to work for your mix. Again, I say to use presets not because I don't think you should ever understand how compression works. As a matter of fact, if you are interested in certain plugins, please drop a comment and I will make a specific tutorial explaining all of the things. The best value for you right now is getting hands-on experience, figuring out what sounds good and what doesn't. The understanding of how and why it sounds that way can come later when you're a little bit less of a beginner and you've actually made some music. The truth is that if you're going to get much better than a beginner, you're going to need to understand why and how things work so that you can make educated choices about your mix. But right now you're a beginner. You don't need to make educated choices about your mix. You need to mix. And if you've been following this train for a little while, you know that most of your hardest work should be done in the pre-production rather than right now in the post-production anyways. Having a good vocal take is going to do so much more for the quality of your sound than deciding whether or not you're going to throw a reverb or a delay on your track. And so with that being said, the best thing you can do right now to get better is actually to turn this video off and go play. Go listen to some presets. Go set your entire mix with presets and then change it to see if you can make it sound better. Listen to the differences that are made when you turn the compression off versus when you turn it back on. Listen to the differences made when you use delay versus reverb. Change the settings. Listen to the difference. And then make your mixing choices based on what your ears hear to be the best sound. And this is my opinion that as a beginner, it's more important for you to develop your ear and it's more important for you to develop your music than it is for you to develop necessarily in-depth vocal chain techniques. Quick and dirty, go into your presets, choose the preset that sounds the best for the song. Right now, what you should do is you should probably turn this video off, go into your DAW, take your vocal track, and try some presets. When you get stuck on a particular issue, then you should come back and you should be looking for some more tutorials. So hopefully this will help you actually make music, and if you think it will, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, next week we'll be moving on from vocals and talking about how to get drum sounds in your recordings if you don't have drums. You can also feel free to check out other videos in this series. Hopefully the card will be up here and I'll have links down in the description. Before you leave, go ahead and comment what's the most confusing plugin you've seen in a vocal preset. And as you're reading all of the other comments, go ahead and drop your bits of wisdom from what you've learned. That way we can help each other out, get better at this and understanding more and just learning more so that we can become better mixers. And with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching.